Hi folks. Welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. In today's practice, we're going to find out how to create a better 404 page with flexible content that you can change anytime without redesigning the page. I think that a well-designed 404 page can keep visitors on your site, even when they can't find what they're looking for, and it also reduces the bounce rate. That's why we should have decent enough content for it, to encourage visitors to stick around. You may not know how it is at the first time, but you can change it regularly to find out which content will be the most sufficient one. That's why I said flexible content for the page. It should be easy to change without affecting the design. The page may contain any kind of information that you think is useful for visitors. You can add an image, a message, buttons to redirect them to other relevant pages, or anything else. I have an example page like this. Every context and image on this page, even the links behind the buttons, can be changed easily. I used custom fields for them, so you can replace them with other content in the fields. Then the page will display the new one. Also, in this practice, I used the MB Views extension from MetaBox to create the page as well as display all the content. Let's look for the detailed list of tools we need for this practice. First, it's MetaBox Core plugin to have a framework to create a settings page and custom fields for the 404 page content. This plugin is available on WordPress.org. Next, you may also need some advanced features from MetaBox provided by its extensions. You can install those extensions individually, or use MetaBox All-in-One to have them all. These are the extensions you may want. MB Settings Page. It allows you to create a settings page to input all the information that we want to be on the 404 page. MB Views helps to create a template for displaying the 404 page's content. MetaBox Builder to have a UI on the back end to create custom fields visually. Besides, you can make the most of some other extensions to have your own field structure that fits your page's content. They may be MetaBox Tab, MetaBox Conditional Logic, or MetaBox Group, and so on. However, they are just optional. In this practice, I'll use MetaBox Group to organize custom fields into groups for simpler management and display. That's all. Let's start now. The 404 page is not a specific page, so I'm going to use a settings page to include all the content and other settings for it. Go to MetaBox Settings page and create a new one. This section allows you to set where to access the page. You can put it in every place on the menu. In my example, I'll set it as a submenu of the settings menu. The page is still blank now, since we haven't added any content to it. Let's move to the next step. Instead of directly adding specific content to the page, I'll use custom fields to store all the information. These are some fields that I'll create for the page as examples. Feel free to add more fields if you want additional content on the page. Go to Custom Fields in MetaBox and create a new field group. Simply create each field one by one. For the button, I'll group the label and URL together. Inside this group, add two subfields. One for the label, and another for the URL, where you want the visitors to arrive. To see the buttons apart, you can name the title of the groups with the label. If you want to add more than one button to the page, it's advisable to set this group as clonable. After creating all the fields, move to the Settings tab. Set the location as Settings page, and choose the created settings page to apply the fields to it. Then, on your settings page, you will see custom fields displayed. Just input some content to the fields. They will be used to display on the 404 page later. Go to MetaBox Views to create a new template for the 404 page. With MB Views, you can add some lines of code to this box, or insert fields by clicking this button, then choosing Fields on the right sidebar to get data from custom fields. Since our fields are on a settings page, turn to the Site section to see them. First, for the image of the 404 page, insert this one. You can choose an image size that fits your page style. Next, to display the message, choose this one. For the button, insert this field. Since it's clonable, a loop will be generated in the template section. Inside the loop, we'll insert the button name and its URL as well. Now, go to the Settings section to apply this template for the 404 page. Since it is a special page, we need to use a conditional tag provided by WordPress to set the location for this template. First, set the view type as code. Then, put in a tag on this box. With this tag, we show this template only on pages not found. Now, if you access any broken link of your website, you'll see the 404 page information displayed. However, it might not look nice as you'd like, so you may need to style it a bit. Back to the created template with MB Views. Include some div tags and classes to make styling easier. Also, add some code to the CSS tab for styling the page. Then, the page displays with a better look already. From now on, whenever visitors go to an unavailable page on your site, they'll find this page. Also, these two buttons will help drive them to another page that may have some helpful content. Someday, when you want to change the content of this page, including the image, message, or button, simply go back to the settings page. Change the data saved in the custom fields. Then, you will have a new 404 page with fresher content. That way, you can test which content will match and be good enough to keep the visitors staying longer on your site. That's the end of today's tutorial. Try it and let us know your applications. If you want to find out how to play around more with custom fields in MetaBox, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to us for more tutorials. Bye.